Hello everyone, I wish you have a great day. My name is Mohammed Bekzadeh, and today I want to talk to you guys about two spatial analysis methods. The first one is the SWOT and the second one is USP. And also I want to talk about the multi-voting method with you guys too. The fact is that, or the main topic is the SWOT and USB analysis and multi-voting method. They help to complete SWOT analysis. I should mention this point that SWOT and USB analysis are those techniques which play essential role in the risk management and quality management system. So the first time, at the first, I will explain about the SWOT, and after that multi-voting, at the end about USP analysis technique. So what's a SWOT? SWOT is created from the four parts: strengths, weakness, opportunity, and threat. If we want to look at the Six Sigma structure, it can be used in different phases, especially the first one, define phase. Why? Because we need its factors when we want to define problem statement. SWOT usually is divided in two parts: internal aspect in organization and external aspect. Some factors which are related to inside of the company, which consists of strengths and weakness, and some factors are related to out of the company. It comes from out of the company. It's a opportunity and threat. So why we use the SWOT? Sometimes we use this method to answer some question: how we work well in our organization, what is the well factor in our organization, what is not good, which factor are not good in our system. And also we want to know where do we want to go, and what is the our destination by this way, by this method of the management which we have selected. What do you might get in your way, and is this way correct according to your goal or not? Also, it helps us to reduce the rate of the failure by understanding what we suffer and what we are lacking. It helps us to eliminate hazard, and also we can understand spatial factors in our market which help us to pass our competitors and to be successful in our market. So now we want to talk about detail in four phases in SWOT. The first one is the strengths. Please pay attention. Strengths factors are those factors make our company well and better than our competitors. It makes us different and unique. In this phase, in this part, we need to use USP analysis, which I explain you later. But now we have some questions to help us discover our strengths. Please pay attention. We don't need to answer all of these questions. This question try to give us idea to discover our strengths. The first question: what is the advantage of our company in comparison to our competitor? What we can do better? It means in which factor we are good. From other, the second question is that from if a person from outside of the company, as a competitor or as our customer, look at us, which factor are realized as our strengths, positive points, and which factors are realized as a reason we can be successful. Which feature or service our product has? Is it cheaper by high quality? Or product or service is unique? Or service process is faster or better? Answering this question help us to give us idea for specifying a strength point. The second part is the weakness. Please pay attention. Usual weakness is a bitter fact. A lot of people try to be blind regarding to the weakness, but we need to be honest and realistic. We need to face the truth as soon as possible. When we discover them, we take the time and find a solution and try to tackle them and eliminate all of our weakness as much as we can. So, in this part, we need to answer some questions too. What doesn't work in our company? What we are lacking? What is the problem and disadvantages in our company? Which factor causes that we lose the sale, we lose our customers? It's so important. What could you improve? Which type of the negative point we have that we can improve them? What we need to avoid? So obviously, all of companies have some points that they need to avoid them. So we need to discover them and avoid them and realize them as our weakness. What our customer see as our weaknesses? It's better to ask them or design an experiment and ask them what is our weaknesses by their idea. So now we enter the second phase. It means external aspect. The first factor is opportunity. Please pay attention. Usually opportunity comes from outside. If we can discover and take the interest from the opportunities, we can make a huge difference from our competitors and improve our performance in the marketing in the market. But which factors we can realize as opportunities? Which factor help us to discover opportunities? The first factor is changing in the regulation of government. Sometimes governmental regulation is changed and we can find some opportunities. The second point is the social pattern. Change in the social pattern might cause an opportunity for us. Third one is the lifestyle and also population profile. We need to know how to take the interest from these factors. Please pay attention. About the opportunities, sometimes the weakness and threat about our competitors is a type of opportunity for us. If we want to answer the question of the question of the opportunities, these questions are what can be fixed? It means that there is which type of the problems that we can fix it, so it can be opportunity for us. What are easy factors to fix issues? How we can fix a problem by an easy way? So it's the second question. Which part we need to improve is the third question. And if we can answer it, probably we can find an opportunity. What is the interesting trend you were of? Please pay attention. Our trend is so important, and we should know which type of the trend we need to choose. Which type of the strength is open to us and we can select. Obviously, there are a lot of opportunities, but we need to know which one is good for us. It doesn't expose us a lot of expenses. By changing in regulations, governmental regulations, social pattern, lifestyle, and population profile, how we can take the interest from these changes? Uh, we should have some background information about them and try to take the interest as good as possible. The last part is a threat. Please pay attention. Whatever affects us negatively is a threat. It can be shortage of recruiter, a shift in the market requirement, or a problem about our supplier, a problem in supply change. But sometimes there is a, a common problem, a common issue which causes threat for some companies. Please pay attention to this point that if you if your competitor choose a strategy and follow it, and if you don't have enough information about that strategy, please don't copy and perform it. Why? Because probably their opportunity, their strategy becomes a potential threat for you if you don't have enough information about it. So please pay attention to this point. What about the question of the threat? Which type of a question we should pay attention? What obstacle exists to improvement? We need to know that which type of the difficulties and problems exist when we want to improve our system. What risk our project teams probably face? So it's so important. Although I know all of us know that there are some hidden risks and some obvious risks. At least we can try to estimate obvious risk. What are the source of the challenges? We should try to discover the source of the challenges. What is the competition doing? You should be worried about it. We should avoid which type of the competition. They might be a threat for us, so we should avoid it. There is any problem in cash flow? It's related to your financial issues. Obviously, you need to pay a special attention to the financial issues and especially cash flow. Please pay attention and make this question. What trait do your weaknesses expose on you? It means that which type of the weaknesses you might experience because of the threat. You need to have some background information about it. So there is one interesting point. Please pay attention. Sometimes there is an interaction between these different parties. It means, for instance, might be an interaction between strengths and opportunities. It means that using some strengths, it causes to open more opportunities to us. Or there is some situation that causes connection between opportunity and weaknesses. It means that more opportunity for us help us to reduce the rate of the weaknesses. So you see that they might be connected together. So please pay attention to this point too. And when you want to define a strategy, you should pay attention to this point. At the end, when you have all of these factors, you need to prioritize them. You should prioritize these factors according to two topics: level of importance and expenses. You know that whatever they are more expensive, so they are more important. If there is a threat, if there is a weakness, if they are more expensive, if there is a threat and it's more expensive, they expose to you more expenses, so it's more important. So please pay attention to this point. But how we can prioritize these factors? I recommend you multi-voting method. So in this way, I want to explain you multi-voting method. Firstly, please pay attention that in a normal team, 5 people, 5 participants are enough. So for each part, for instance, strengths, you can ask your members to make a list, do brainstorm and make a list from their factors. And after that, prioritize those factors according to their idea and select specific numbers and represent to the team. After that, you can mix all of the factor you have received and place in the location of the factors. And as your participant, assign the score to a specific options, for instance, 10 out of the 20, 10 out of the 30, 5 out of the 15. Assign the score from 1 to 10. After that, you should sum all of the score of the factor and place it in the total score part. So finally, you can see that you have a list of the factors. Also, you have a list of the scores for the factors. And you can prioritize and categorize according to the total score. Whatever that score is higher is more important. And you need to pay attention more. Now, I want to talk about the USP analysis. USP analysis is the unique selling proposition. Please pay attention. It's so important. Why? Because if your company doesn't have a USP, it's just a struggle to survive. So we don't want it. We want to be unique. We want to be head and uh, move forward in our industry. So we need to have a USP. USP factors are those factors which make your company unique and help your customers to remember you. But how we can define the USP? Firstly, we need to understand the characteristic of customer value. And after that, we need to rank them in our company and for the competitors. Identifies in which factors we are well, we are on the top. And after that, we should try to preserve these USP factors. So, understanding the characteristic of customer value, we need some knowledgeable participant who have enough knowledge regarding to the process to join us for the brainstorm. Please pay attention. They should have enough knowledge regarding to process. We should do brainstorm and specify customer value factors. After that, we can design a chart like this and assign the score to our company about those factors and our competitors. Please pay attention that the score is between 1 to 10. 1 is the weakest and 10 is the most powerful criteria. At the end, you need to place all of these scores in the line chart to analyze it, to discover in which part you're strong, in which part you have a weakness, and select those parts which you are strong, that you can invest on them. Please pay attention when you want to choose the customer value factors. You should pay attention that they are potential factor for the customers. If they are not important for the customer, it's meaningless to select them. It's so important. So at the end, when we select the USP factors, uh, we need to preserve this factor for us. No, you need to have a complete plan. Why? Because when you do one idea about your USP factors, your competitors are so thirsty to know it. And as soon as you do it, they try to copy it. And they do too, because they want to pass you. They want to be better than you. But you shouldn't let them. How? You should have a complete plan. What is a complete plan? A complete plan is a plan that you can design different steps for your plan. It means that uh, if your USP factors plan is complete, then you do it as long as your competitors try to copy it and do it too, you can move to the next stage. It means that you represent a new idea about your plan. It means that, in other words, you just leave an expired idea for your competitors and you move to the next stage and represent something new. And what they wanted to use is expired idea for you. So in this situation, you can keep and preserve your USP. And it's so important because if you have some new idea, some unique idea, and perform it, but this idea is, if it's this idea is so limited, your competitor steal it from you and copy and do and pass you. And because every company, every competitor is thirsty to know your idea, so you should be uh, smart about it. Dear guys, now our topic is finished. I hope that it can be useful for you guys. Please let me know about your feedback and your idea. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day.